Okay, hi guys. So today I'm going to explain in the simplest way to you about manufacturing overheads that we learn on Tuesday class. Alright. So basically, when we talk about manufacturing overheads, we refer to manufacturing companies. So here, manufacturing companies, the cost incurred by them, consists of here, we have the direct materials, direct labor, and manufacturing overheads. So here, is the topic that we are going to focus, the manufacturing overheads, right? So there are many ways to define, manufacturing overheads, right? And here, it's referred to the total cost, involved in operating all production facilities, of a manufacturing business that cannot be traced directly to a product. In other words, it refers to the indirect costs, all indirect costs. For examples, we have the indirect materials, indirect labor, and also indirect expense. Okay, so here, manufacturing overhead, also known as a productions overhead or factory overheads. So in case later, when you read some articles on manufacturing overheads, so you may notice that they call it maybe as a productions overhead or factory overhead. It's referred to the same thing, to the manufacturing overhead. All right. Okay, now we look at overhead. Okay, when we talk about overhead itself, overheads ni boleh datang daripada multiple function, in organizations. For example, overheads from productions department, administrations department, selling department, and distributions department. So these departments are within an organizations. So what we mean by manufacturing overheads, it comes from the productions department. So overheads come from productions departments refer to manufacturing overheads. While others departments, are not part of the manufacturing overheads. They are not part from manufacturing overheads, but overheads from these departments are also included. When we want to calculate the total productions, the total production cost of the company. So here, how are we going to calculate the production cost? Kita ambil direct materials, kita tambahkan dengan direct labor, and then kita tambah dengan manufacturing overheads yang kita dapat daripada productions department ni. And then later on, kita tambahkan dengan overheads yang kita dapat daripada other functions ni macam administration, selling, and distributions. So we total up and then we come up with the total production cost. Itu yang Rajah ni terangkan. Overhead boleh datang daripada 4 departments ni within organizations. And then here, they defines, overheads in productions apa dia, administration apa, selling apa, and distributions apa. And then in chapter this, we focus on manufacturing overheads which refer from the productions punya, productions punya departments. Alright. So when we talk about manufacturing overheads, kita tahu from its definitions, it said the total cost that cannot be traced directly to a product. Tapi, we have to allocate or distribute this manufacturing cost, to each departments yang involved, in producing that product lah. So how are we going to allocate manufacturing overhead? So kita akan gunakan ni lah yang dikatakan the predetermined overhead absorption rate, the OAR. So here, it's usually computed at the beginning of each periods. Alright, so commonly used by dividing the estimated manufacturing cost which allocation base. Yang kat sini for example, saya letak direct labor hours, machine hours, and direct material. So kalau dalam manual you ni, so you boleh rujuk dekat page here. Basis of performance. Macam mana company tu nak allocatekan dia punya manufacturing overhead. Ini sama. This is the examples. Alright. Yang basis dia. So formula untuk OAR, here. There are one formula only, where you take the budgeted manufacturing cost, overhead cost, and then you divide with the budgeted total units in the allocation base. Yang mana company tu, contohnya kalau dia nak guna direct labor hours, so you dividekan dengan base, the direct labor hours, the total dia. Okay, macam tu juga kalau machines hours. So you divide with the machines hour, total machine hours. Alright. Okay. So next, alright. So kita akan guna predetermine, alright. And then maybe okay, questions akan tanya, okay, why not we use the actual? Okay, and why we choose to use the determine, okay, the predetermined overhead rate. So okay, kita boleh guna the actual, okay, actual overhead rate. Okay, yang mana kita ambil the actual amount of overhead berlaku, and then kita dividekan dengan actual value basis kita. Okay, as compared to the predetermined, kita ambil the budget, the anticipated amounts of overhead, and then we divide with the anticipated value of the base. Okay, so once problem that we when we use the actuals, okay, kita kena tunggu sampailah productions tu tamat, okay, untuk kita determine value incurred, okay, the manufacturing overhead, the actual value incurred. Alright, kita kena kira semua tu, and then kita dividekan dengan actual value base dia, okay, yang mana kita gunakan untuk rate dia. Okay, so kalau kita guna ni, okay, timely, okay, dia tak berapa efficient. Okay, sebab kita kena tunggu lama untuk proses tu lengkap. Okay, baru kita boleh determine cost dia. Okay, berbanding dengan predetermine ni, kita determine sebelum benda tu bermula lagi. Okay, sebelum production tu mula, kita dah determine. Okay, what are the cost involved? Okay, and then the basis dia apa dia. So here, okay, in for control of cost, okay, the predetermine is better as compared to the actual. Okay, so that's why we use the predetermined overhead rate, okay, rather than we use the actual rate. Okay, and this you can see, okay, in your manuals, okay, ada diterangkan, okay, why kita ambil predetermines, okay, okay. Okay, so dalam manual you, okay, you boleh tengok, okay, reasons why we choose the predetermined absorption rate. Okay, ini dalam formal way, okay, informal way on how you wants to describe why, okay, at page 74. Alright, so then, okay, next we goes to here. Alright, methods. Okay, so actually in there are multiple methods. Okay, there are many methods that we can use to calculate the overhead absorption rate. Okay, kita ada, okay, out of output units, okay, machines hours, okay, the prime cost, percentage of direct material cost, direct labor hours, and direct wages. So yang ini, method ni, okay, you boleh refer to page, okay, 74, okay, bawah table ni, okay, dekat table ni, this one. Alright, so ini adalah method-method yang company boleh guna, okay, in order for them to allocate diorang punya overheads. Alright, disebabkan banyak methods, okay, so how the company wants to choose the appropriate one? So basically, okay, so basically company will look at the type of business, okay, that they involve, okay, and then the main constituent of the overheads, okay, their nature, okay, whether the overheads is fixed or variables, and then they look at the capacity at which the factory is working. Okay, contohnya kalau factory tu more on machines, alright, machineries, so diorang akan guna the machines hours lah. Okay, here, right, and then they look at the policy of the management. So yang ini management akan tetapkan, okay, for company dia nak guna apa, based on apa. Alright, so next, okay, kita ada dua. Okay, this one, okay, is a technique, okay, yang company gunakan untuk rate dia, okay, to OAR, untuk determine OAR. So sama ada dia nak gunakan satu OAR, okay, untuk semua department, ataupun dia nak gunakan multiple OAR. Okay, multiple OAR itulah yang kita kata departmental absorption rate. Alright, so kita tengok dulu yang blanket. Okay, blanket overhead rates ni yang you boleh tengok dekat page. Okay, kalau kat sini, okay, dalam manual you tengok dekat page 76 on blanket. Okay, blanket rate. Okay, so basically blanket rate ni, okay, company, okay, they use one methods. Okay, they will choose any methods of OAR, and can they use, okay, for the whole factory. Okay, so that's why it says a common absorption rate used throughout the factory, okay, for all jobs and units, okay, of output, irrespectively of departments in which they are produced. Okay, so here let's say, okay, bawah the productions departments, okay, there are multiple departments, okay, in order to complete that product. For example, department A, B and C, D. Okay, so here under blanket rate, okay, company tu dia akan choose, okay, satu method saja and then digunakan untuk seluruh department ni, untuk ke semua department. Okay, so method yang ni, okay, yang saya katakan ni, okay, merujuk pada methods ni. Okay, merujuk pada semua methods yang ni. Okay, so company tu akan choose which one yang diorang favor. Okay, contohnya based on labor hours. So, diorang akan gunakan labor hours, okay, untuk all departments. Alright, so itu adalah blankets overhead rate. Alright, so next, okay, kalau kita tengok pada okay, departmental absorption rate. Okay, here, alright, the company, alright, they use separate, okay, OAR for each departments. Okay, contohnya kat sini, okay, under productions department, ada production department A, B, C and D. So they choose, alright. So method 1, okay, untuk A, 2 untuk B, okay, 3 untuk C, D, 4 untuk D. Okay, so kiranya, okay, each department, setiap department guna method yang berbeza. Okay, so kenapa diorang kita gunakan method yang berbeza? Okay, sebabnya, okay, to ensure that, okay, here, okay, all jobs, okay, and units of productions are charged, okay, which their fair share of overhead. So maknanya untuk each departments ni, okay, diorang nak make sure diorang kenakan, diorang allocatekan overhead tu secara, orang kata, fair. Okay, secara adil. Okay, contohnya kalau macam department B, department B, time spent untuk produce produk tu kurang daripada department C. So takkanlah dia orang nak allocatekan overhead untuk department B and C ni sama. So mestilah di allocate based on diorang punya, contohnya macam time, okay, time spent dekat department B. Okay, so that's why dia kata untuk departmental absorption rate ni is fairly, okay, more fairly as compared to the blanket rate. Okay, so, okay, that's it. Okay, untuk manufacturing overhead secara ringkasnya, itulah dia. Alright, so now we are going to look at the examples, okay, how to calculate it. Alright.